Lagos, the city that hums like a restless generator, where dreams smell of diesel and pepper soup. A place where people wake up every morning to chase the same thing in different shapes. Status. Every street has a story, every story has a hustle. And somewhere in Sur-Lar, between a cracked wall and a curtain that never fully closed, lived Tamara Obi, a girl whose reflection didn't match her feed. At 6:12 a.m., the sound of her mother's radio filled the one-room apartment. "Good morning, Lagos. The time is 6:12. Traffic building up from Ojulegba." Tamara groaned, turned on her side, and reached for her phone before she even opened both eyes. Instagram, 23 new likes, 7 comments, 2 new followers. Her heart fluttered. "Soft life loading," she whispered with a sleepy grin, scrolling through her own feed as if it were a morning prayer. On the screen she was Tamara the luxury girl, skin glowing like money, edges laid like glass, poses taken beside cars she never owned. But off-screen she was a 22-year-old with a broken fan, cracked mirror, and a mother who sold fabrics at Tewo Show Market. "Tammy!" Her mother's voice cut through the morning noise. "Wake up, Abeg. You go follow me go market today, oh." Tamara stretched, pretending not to hear. "Mummy, I have content to shoot today." Her mother laughed. "Content? My daughter, people day find job, you day find ring light. Abeg stand up." Tamara rolled her eyes and sat up. The ring light stood proudly beside her mattress like a trophy she hadn't yet earned. She touched it gently, the way a believer might touch an altar. She wasn't born with envy, but Lagos taught her. Scrolling through her phone one afternoon years ago, she saw girls her age at brunches, rooftop pools, soft vacations. The same girls she'd once sat beside in class now spoke in accents and wore designer slippers that cost more than her mother's rent. She didn't want to be invisible anymore. She wanted to exist loudly. That night she decided if she couldn't afford the life she wanted, she'd create it online. The transformation started small. A borrowed Zara top from her friend Nkechi, who worked in a boutique on the island. A taxi ride to Echo Atlantic, where she stood in front of the ocean, pretending to wait for her driver. She took 37 pictures that day. Only one was perfect. She captioned it, "Woke up, prayed, took over the world and boss energy Lagos girl." Within hours, the likes came. People she'd admired began commenting fire emojis. Someone even DM'd her asking, "Where did you get your outfit? So classy." Tamara smiled at the irony. The top was borrowed, the jeans secondhand, the heels from Yaba Market. But on Instagram, everything looked expensive under good lighting. By the second month, she had mastered the act. She would borrow Nkechi's dresses after work, take pictures in front of boutique mirrors, and tag locations like Radisson Blu or Ikoyi Residence. She spent more time editing her photos than sleeping. Her captions were motivational lies, discipline luck, grateful for another business meeting. Her followers believed her. Even some of her old classmates began messaging her for influencer tips. One wrote, "Babe, you've blown oh God when." Tamara laughed. She hadn't even paid her NEPA bill. One evening while scrolling through her feed, she whispered to herself, "Soon I'll be one of them. Blue tick, PR boxes, Dubai trips, everything." Her phone buzzed. A notification from a skincare brand offering her a collaboration worth 15,000 Nigerian nairas. Her hands trembled as she read it. It wasn't much, but it was something. Proof that her illusion was working. She set up her ring light that night, balancing it on a stack of plastic bowls. Her mother looked on, shaking her head. "This my daughter go soon turn oyinbo," she muttered. Tamara smiled, adjusting the camera. "Mummy, no worry. One day all this suffering go pay." She didn't know how it would pay, only that the lie had started paying attention to her. But beneath every picture-perfect moment, there was a quiet fear. The fear that one wrong angle, one sound, one comment could reveal everything. Still, she pressed record. Her soft voice filled the room. "Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara, checking in from my new space in Ikoyi." The generator outside coughed loudly, interrupting her mid-sentence. Her eyes darted to the camera, panic flashing for a second. She stopped the video, deleted it, exhaled deeply. Then she looked at the phone again and whispered, "No one needs to know," and she pressed record again. Legos hummed outside, buses shouting CMS, CMS, hawkers chasing after drivers, laughter, chaos, dreams. Inside that small circular room, a new Tamara was being born, sculpted not by reality but by Wi-Fi and wishful thinking. She didn't realize it yet, but every post she made was another stitch in a web that would one day trap her. The morning the first proper brand reached out, Lego smelled like wet tar and opportunity. Tamara was sitting on the low stool by the window, letting the early light find her cheekbones the way she'd trained it to. The message came in with a tiny ping that felt like a door opening. "Glow by Mara. Hi Tamara, we love your soft life aesthetic. Can we send you our vitamin C kit plus 50,000 Nigerian nairas for a 30 seconds reel? Deadline 5 days." She stared at the amount. 50,000 naira for 30 seconds of pretending. She pressed the phone to her chest and laughed, the kind of laugh that makes a small room echo. Her mother looked up from folding Ankara. "Wetin happen?" "Mummy," she said, voice trembling with joy, "some people want pay me for video. Pay you for dancing?" "Mummy." She rolled her eyes, grinning. "For influencing, for lifestyle." Her mother clicked her tongue. "Influencing wetin? Anyway, make dem pay. Rice don cost." Tamara smiled at the bluntness. Lagos didn't care what you called it. Lagos respected only what paid. She called Nkechi immediately. "Babe, I need a cream dress, something that says old money but playful, and heels that look expensive but won't twist my ankle." Nkechi laughed. "So, you mean wicked girl that pretends to be angel. I get you. And I need your boutique's rooftop for 15 minutes. Make it 20. Bring shawarma. Done." The reel was a symphony of illusion. She filmed the unboxing by the window, softened the light with a bedsheet, and cut the clips to an Afrobeats instrumental she'd looped off a free app. For the morning routine shot, she turned the camera toward a clean, white wall that looked nothing like the cracked paint behind her. She dipped a finger into the vitamin C serum like it was liquid gold, her nails newly painted to match a life she didn't own. Caption: "Sundays in Ikoyi are for self-care. Hashtag soft glow, hashtag morning ritual." The comments arrived like rainfall after heat, skin like marble. "Teach us how to be this peaceful." "Which Ikoyi? Which estate, sis? I want relocate." She double-tapped everything. She ignored the last comment. Lagos taught her which questions to starve. The brand paid. Another DM followed. Then another. A small fashion line sent a dress and an email that said, "We don't have cash yet, but we can do barter." She took it. You don't ask pride to feed you when hunger is looking. That was when Zeno slid into her life. His first message wasn't a compliment, it was a challenge. "Zeno, your transitions are clean. Who edits for you?" She blinked. "Tamara, me. Why?" "Zeno, because you cut on the beat like a video editor that listens. That's rare." His profile was painfully simple. A couple of skate videos on a Lekki street at sunset, a photo with his mother, a random meme about startups, a caption that said "ship talk," no screaming luxury, no forced flex, which was how you knew the money was real. They went from DMs to voice notes, from voice notes to a phone call that lasted 2 hours. "So what do you actually do?" he asked. She had a prepared answer. Brand consulting, mostly remote clients, PR boxes, lifestyle curation, a little UGC. He laughed softly. "So you're a storyteller." She liked that. "Yes," she said, deciding to believe it too. "I tell stories. Let me tell you a better one," he said. "Saturday. Please reply 7 p.m. The phone went quiet. She waited for a "just kidding." It didn't come. Nkechi brought the dress to the market like contraband. "Try this. Don't breathe too much. If the zip cries, I will cry too." Tamara slipped into the silk like a promise. It hugged the kind of body Lagos taught girls to weaponize, waist whispering, shoulders singing. She practiced her smile in the boutique mirror. Nothing too hungry, nothing too full. What shoes? She asked. Minimalist, Nkechi said, digging in a box. We're not trying to announce, we're trying to insinuate. God bless you for your dictionary. God bless you for my shawarma. They hugged. Lagos girls learn to share before they learn to save. Please reply on a Saturday is like a runway for ambitions. The music was sleek, the lighting kind, the conversations loud but curated. Zeno wore a white shirt, the kind that folds like a cloud, and a watch that didn't wave, it whispered. You look like Lagos paid you, he said when he saw her. And you look like you own the road it drives on, she shot back. He grinned. His teeth were honest. Dinner moved like choreography, jokes that felt rehearsed but weren't. Stories you only tell when you're trying to impress someone you don't know how to keep. He asked about her family. She edited. She asked about his work. He shrugged like success bored him. Tech stuff. Payments. Don't worry. The only interesting part is the skateboard. You skateboard? I fall in style. She laughed. And in that laugh, something small and true opened. He drove her home, but not to her door. Just drop me at the junction, she said quickly. Security in my estate is strict. He glanced at the street. The hawkers, the night noise, the generator hum that gives Surelaire its own heartbeat. Strict, Abby? He said, smiling like a man who collects details. Oya. Good night, storyteller. She watched him drive away, the taillights fading like an expensive dream that promised to return. After that, the life moved quicker than Lagos traffic on a Sunday morning. She started posting more frequently, each post designed like a puzzle that always solved to wealth. She used Zeno's passenger seat to capture car selfies with captions like "Finally cleaned my baby." She filmed her reflection in his glass balcony and wrote Sundays at home dinners outside. She used MySpace casually, the way rich girls do. In her DMs, small brands lined up. In her comments, girls prayed to be her. She pinned the ones that made her look effortless. A week later, Glow by Mara sent a second campaign. The rate doubled. Her mother noticed the deliveries. This your work, Seth? Everyday package. No landlord fit package receipt? I'm saving, she said, and she meant it. She'd started putting something aside. Not a lot. Just enough to make fear blink. She bought her mother a new fan. It came with a small, proud lie, "Influencing is not play, mummy." Our mother smiled as if truth is a guest that sometimes arrives late but still brings stew. Then came the live. One Saturday, with light in the room like God had turned the brightness up, she propped her phone on the stacked bowls, angled it so the clean wall showed, and went live for the first time since the generator embarrassment months before. Hey guys, she chirped. Q&A Soft Life Edition. Viewers poured in like ants to sugar. Questions swarmed. How did you move to Ikoyi? What's your 9 to 5? Girl, drop your sanitary pad brand. What camera? Is your balcony north-facing? The light is crazy. Her hands fluttered in the air, graceful. I'm in Lekki currently, she lied. I moved for peace. Lagos is noisy abeg. At that exact second, Lagos cleared its throat. The neighborhood boys outside screamed at a TV, the commentator shouting "Go all" from a Premier League match. The noise sliced through her lie like a knife. She smiled without blinking. See? I said Lagos is noisy. The comments laughed with her instead of at her. The performance held, and then the near miss. As she answered a question about income streams, her front camera flickered, a glitch, jumping to the wider rear camera for a breath of a second. In that heartbeat, the feed caught the edge of everything. The ring light balanced on bowls, the corner of a faded curtain, the chipped paint, and the neighbor's shirt hanging like a flag of truth. She stabbed the screen and the glitch corrected. The moment was less than a second, but online, a second is a generation. Her thumb trembled. She kept talking. She did not breathe. The comments rolled on, oblivious, or maybe merciful. Lagos can be kind in tiny bursts. She ended the live exactly 9 minutes later. Sweaty, smiling, victorious. When she hit end, she sagged to the floor. What if someone screen recorded it? She waited. Nothing posted. No blog. No shade. No Oya Shidan cast. The algorithm slept like a guard who owed her a favor. She exhaled, shaking. Never again. Then she opened her notes app and wrote, "No lives from home. Always do lives at eco. Chi buy a plant. Plants lie well." She added, "Don't blink when you lie. Blinking is confession." Zeno began to feature in her days without featuring in her feed. He took her skating on a street in Lecky so smooth it felt like a song. She fell. He laughed and then fell too. He told her 2 truths and 1 lie, and she loved guessing wrong. He loved how she walked like every street watched her. They were a story they hadn't named yet. One night, after noodles became a midnight ritual and laughter lived in his living room, she took a photo of her feet on his gray rug, long shadows stretching toward a set of tall glass doors. It was a beautiful, minimal shot. She posted it with a caption, "Minimalist Nights. Candle, jazz, feet up. Grateful for my space." A girl in her comments wrote, "We have the same rug. Urban living Lecky sale." Tamara replied with a white heart and scrolled past. Her chest pinched. She made a mental note, "Stop featuring signature things." Another follower wrote, "Babe, what estate is this? These doors are beyond." She replied with a wink emoji. "Tease, don't answer. Feed the hunger, don't cook the food." The brand launch job arrived like a dare. A new affordable luxury fashion label wanted her to host a soft opening for influencers. They were paying cash and dresses and a driver to pick her up. Location, a boutique off Admiralty in Lecky. Time, 4 p.m. Dress code, champagne nude, whispering money. She texted Nkechi, "I'm sorry." Nkechi replied, "For what?" "Collect their dress, collect their money, collect water to drink, then remember who first lent you one." "I won't forget," she wrote, throat thick. At the boutique, other girls floated like whispered prayers. Cameras clicked. Tamara knew her angles the way a dancer knows beats. She posed beside a rack of beaded gowns, tagged the brand, tagged the location, tagged nothing about truth. They put a mic in her hand and asked, "Why is luxury you?" She smiled. The lights were warm. "Luxury is peace," she said softly. "And peace is being able to choose the life you want." The room hummed with small envy. Her words broke into the air like perfume. The content online sparkled. Her following jumped by 4,000 in 2 days. The brand paid that night, without "please send invoice." She spent half on her mother's rent arrears and didn't tell Instagram that part. Some truths are safer when they're private. Then came the private event, the one where Lagos takes attendance with last names and wristwatches. Zeno invited her. Small thing, no cameras, just friends, no cameras? She laughed. "I am a camera, then come be a person," he said. At the house in Ikoyi, the driveway was so quiet it sounded rich. The walls swallowed noise like a prayer. The living room had 3 paintings and a silence that meant money had learned to whisper. She behaved like the version of herself she'd written online. Laughed with the right volume, listened with attention that costs time, ate slowly like food had to earn the right to be in her body. She was good at this. She was very, very good. Near midnight, someone suggested group photos. The house lights softened. A guy with a film camera, because rich kids are nostalgic, snapped frames like he captured summer. Tamara took one picture with Zeno's friends. She didn't post it. She'd learned that not every gold should be displayed. Some are for reassurance only. But someone else did. Not maliciously. Not even thoughtfully. Just another girl documenting a nice night. She posted a carousel the next morning with a casual caption, "A calm Friday. Friends, food, laughter." Slide 3, a group shot. Tamara. Shoulders bare, smile bright, a shadow of a boutique uniform in the background. Nkechi, passing with a garment bag, blurred but visible. The kind of visible that makes people squint. Tamara didn't see it. Not immediately. She was busy filming a get ready with me for a fake brunch. The comments came while she was lining her lips. "Is that not Nkechi from Deluxe Boutique? Wait, Tamara knows her? Ha ha ha, Lagos is small O." She froze. Her chest went cold like someone opened a fridge inside her. Her phone vibrated again. "Babe, is that your boutique girl? She was in that party pic." "Oh," she swallowed, ignored it. Another DM arrived from a microshade blog that fed on plate scraps. Hi sis, love your content. Quick one, fans are asking if you used to work at Deluxe Boutique, story time soon? Her thumb hovered above block. She didn't press it. Blocking is confession too. She tossed the phone on the bed, stood up too fast, and the sharp lip liner skidded a thin brown line across her cheek like a scar she hadn't earned. She stared at herself. The room watched. Breathe, she whispered. You are the story. You direct it. She wiped the line off. She finished the lips. She recorded the brunch video. She posted it. She pinned the first sweet comment she saw, something about elegance. Then she opened the girls' carousel and stared at slide 3 until the pixels blurred. From the kitchen, her mother called, Tammy, Gaston finish, run go Phil Am. Her phone buzzed again, a brand asking for pre-approval on copy, another asking for a rate card. Zeno texting, skate later, 6. She stared at everything, then at nothing. Somewhere outside a generator coughed and found its rhythm. Lagos hummed. Lagos always hums. She typed to Zeno, yes, 6. She typed to the brand, copy approved. Please see revised CTA. She typed to herself in notes. Did they ask about boutique, say, I love small businesses, we collaborate. Stop posting bare feet on gray rugs. Buy your own small rug. Start looking for a studio. One window, white wall, plant, curtain, peace, never ever go live from here. And remove geotags. Always. She didn't know it yet, but the internet had already done what the internet does when it smells blood. It had started to search. And while search engines crawled and screenshots traveled faster than Okada's, Lagos did what Lagos always does. It offered her one more beautiful afternoon to believe the lie could hold. At 6 o'clock, under a sky that looked filtered in real life, she skated badly and laughed easily and allowed herself to forget. Zeno grabbed her wrist to stop her from running into a flower pot, and their hands stayed together longer than necessary. The city softened. Somewhere, a girl who didn't like her zoomed into a photo like a detective. Somewhere else, a boy in a group chat said, "A beg, she's still a vibe." In a boutique on the island, Nkechi folded a dress and frowned at her phone. The storm hadn't broken, but the clouds had gathered, and Lagos, generous and unforgiving, had already reserved front row seats. The first real crack didn't look like a scandal. It looked like a tag, a random Sunday. Tamara woke up to the slow whine of her mother's blender and the low buzz of her phone. She reached for it with a sleepy smile, expecting brand emails or DMs from fans asking for skincare links. Instead, what she saw made her heart freeze. A Lagos just now tagged you in a post. Her breath hitched. She clicked it. There it was, a photo she didn't even know existed, a group shot from that Ikoyi event weeks earlier. Her smile looked perfect, her curls caught the light, but behind her, slightly out of focus, was Nkechi in her boutique uniform. Same uniform she wore in Sur-L'air. Same face Lagos never forgot. The caption read, "Luxury influencer or boutique assistant." Fans questioned Tamara's real lifestyle after photo surfaces. Hashtag soft life or soft lie. Her hand trembled. Her chest thudded. She scrolled through the comments. They were brutal, the kind that don't stab once but twist. I knew something was off about this babe. Sia's Truth Day stand behind her like backup dancer. From Sur-L'air to Banana Island in 3 months? God no day rush people like that. Oh, lol, this Lagos, go show everybody pepper. Tamara felt the air drain from her room. She turned off her data. By afternoon, her phone wouldn't stop vibrating. Calls from friends, messages from brands, even Zeno. She didn't pick up, she just sat there on the same stool where she'd once planned her captions, staring at the floor tiles. "Mummy, my head day pain me," she whispered. Her mother didn't understand the full story, but she saw the fear. She sat beside her daughter, rubbed her back gently, and said the same words she'd said since childhood. No matter the wahala, truth de strong past lie. Tamara nodded silently, tears burning her eyes. But this wasn't just truth, it was public truth. And in Lagos, that's the worst kind. That night, she opened Instagram again. The gossip post already had 15,000 likes. People were making TikToks about it. Someone even made a meme, a split image of her Ikoyi penthouse photo beside a surreal compound with the caption, "Different angles, same address." Her DMs were full of messages. Some laughed, some cursed, some begged for a statement. Others mocked her accent from an old live video. She tried to post something. A quote, maybe. Something classy. Sometimes silence is strength. She typed it, stared at it, deleted it. Nothing sounded right. Nothing could stop what had begun. At midnight, she finally picked up when Zeno called again. His voice was calm but heavy. "Tamara, you're trending. I know. Is it true?" She swallowed. "Zeno, it's not what—" He sighed. "You could have told me the truth. I don't care if you're from Surulaire. I care that you lied like it was breathing. Please, No, don't explain. Just rest. You'll need it." And he hung up. Tamara sat there, still holding the phone against her ear, even after the line went silent. The silence felt heavier than any insult online. The next morning, the brand started dropping her, one by one, politely, professionally, like a breakup in slow motion. "Hi, Tamara. Given the current social media situation, we'll be pausing our campaign. We've decided to go in a different direction. We appreciate your time. Best wishes." Her account engagement crashed overnight. Followers unfollowed. People who once called her queen now left comments like, "How market? Surreal, soft girl. At least you're still fine, Shaw." Every ding of her phone felt like a slap. 3 days later, her mother found her still in bed, curtains drawn. "Tammy," she said softly, "I understand this your work, but don't let it kill you. Your name go clean again. Just no lie again." Tamara's voice was hoarse. "Mummy, you don't get it. Once Lagos people call your name, even Google go join them." Her mother looked at her sadly. "Then give them another name to call." The words hit her like a whisper from God. That evening, Tamara deactivated her Instagram. For the first time in years, her phone screen went black, truly black. No notifications, no likes, no filters. She sat outside, on the small wooden bench near their door, watching the street kids chase a deflated football through puddles. The generator hummed faintly from a neighbor's compound. For once, she didn't hate the sound. It was honest. She realized she hadn't heard silence in a long time. Not the digital kind, the real one. The next few weeks moved quietly. She stayed offline. She helped her mother in the market again, reluctantly at first, then gradually with a kind of peace she didn't expect. People recognized her sometimes. Some whispered, some laughed, but others smiled, said things like, "You still find past their insult, Jer." Lagos forgets fast, until it remembers again. Then one day, while helping her mother sell fabric, a young girl approached her shyly. "Excuse me, are you Tamara the luxury girl?" Tamara froze. The girl smiled nervously. "I used to follow you. I liked your confidence. I just wanted to say, you made me believe I could be something too." Tamara blinked. "Even after everything." The girl nodded. "Everybody day fake small, but your own fine pass." She laughed softly, for the first time in weeks. That night, she reactivated her Instagram, not to defend herself, not to brag, but to start again. New profile picture, new bio, learning how to be real, one post at a time. Her first new post wasn't a brand deal or an aesthetic shot. It was a photo of her and her mother sitting together in the market, colorful fabrics behind them. Her caption read, "She taught me that peace feels better than filters. No hashtags, no lies, just truth." The comments surprised her. "You're back, we missed you. This is the real soft life. Respect. Growth looks good on you." For the first time, the likes didn't feel like oxygen. They felt like grace. The internet has its own seasons. When it loves you, it burns like Lagos sun, hot, loud, endless. But when it turns cold, even the silence feels like mockery. That was the season Tamara entered. She thought deleting and restarting would fix it. that if she posted softer pictures, shorter captions, and prayed longer before uploading, the noise would fade. But Lagos people have long memories, especially when the story is juicy. Every time she posted something new, someone dug out the old pictures. Threads reappeared. A gossip page recycled her scandal every Friday like a weekly devotion. Even when she didn't post at all, people tagged her under unrelated reels. This you, Abby? Surreal soft life. Girl boss turned general boss. She started turning off comments. Then she stopped posting altogether. Weeks turned into months. Her once vibrant room was now quieter. The ring light stood unused, collecting dust like a fallen trophy. Her makeup brushes hardened with leftover foundation. She couldn't even look at her old content folders. Each thumbnail felt like evidence of a lie. Sometimes she would scroll through her feed and see girls she once envied. New soft life influencers, same captions, same angles, same energy. She felt a twist of envy again. Then guilt. She whispered to herself, maybe the problem isn't them. Maybe the problem is the mirror. She applied for real jobs. Marketing assistant, customer care, brand rep. Every interview felt like a punishment. One HR lady, mid-30s with acrylic nails and no empathy, scrolled through her resume and said, "So, you were an influencer?" "Yes, ma. I handled content for..." We saw your name online, the soft life girl?" Tamara's throat tightened. "I've grown since then," she managed to say. The woman smiled faintly. "That's good. But here, we prefer quiet people. People that can be invisible." She left the office fighting tears. Her mother noticed the change. Tamara stopped talking, stopped laughing, stopped dressing up. She'd wake up, help at the shop, come home, scroll in silence, sleep. One evening her mother switched off the TV, sat beside her and asked, "My daughter, you still want to be famous?" Tamara looked down. "No, I just want to be free." Her mother nodded slowly. "Then stop living like the whole world is still watching. The show don't end, but you still day stage." The words stung, not because they were harsh, but because they were true. A week later, she took the ring light out to the balcony and stared at it for a long time. That light had made her. It had lied for her. It had betrayed her. Then quietly she unplugged it and placed it in the bin. Her phone buzzed. An old follower DM'd her. "Hey Tamara, random but I've been there too. The pressure, the fake life. You'll rise again. Don't let one season define you." She smiled weakly. Maybe not everyone online was cruel. The next day, she went to Teisho Show Market with her mother. The noise, the bargaining, the colors, they grounded her. As she arranged folded ankara on the wooden table, she felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. Stillness. A woman approached, holding a bolt of fabric. "Wait, are you not that Instagram girl?" Tamara froze, half expecting another insult. The woman smiled warmly. "You're even finer in real life. I beg how much for this fabric?" Tamara exhaled. 3,500 Nigerian nairas ma, give me 2, and keep the change. I like how you smile." She blinked away tears as she wrapped the fabric. For the first time, someone saw her and still wanted to buy from her. That evening, she went home, cooked with her mother, and opened Instagram again. But this time, not to post, to scroll slowly, intentionally. She unfollowed every page that made her feel smaller. Every influencer who reminded her of the lie. Every comparison that stole her peace. Her feed became empty, quiet, bare, honest. And it felt good. She followed just 5 accounts, a motivational page, a mental health coach, a small thrift brand, a Bible verse account, and one girl who posted realistic Lagos stories. Not for clout, but for truth. Tamara whispered, "Maybe this is where I start again." A month later, an unexpected message came. From Kenchi Threads. "Hey Tammy, I started my own thrift page. I'd love for you to help me create content. Real content. No lies. Just Lagos hustle. You in?" Tamara stared at it. Her fingers trembled. Not from fear this time, but from something new. "Hope," she replied. "I'm in. Let's build something real." And for the first time since her downfall, Tamara picked up her phone not to perform, but to create honestly. Her voice trembled as she recorded the first video. "Hi guys. It's been a while. I used to lie for attention. Now, I just want to tell the truth. This is my friend Kechi, and this is how we really live in Lagos. The clip showed them laughing in the boutique, folding clothes, joking with customers, and sipping zobo. No filters, no rented backgrounds, no designer lies. She posted it with a caption, "From fake soft life to real soft hustle. Lagos still shines even when it's real." That post didn't go viral. It didn't hit 100K views. It didn't bring brand deals. But it brought peace. Her DMs were filled with quiet messages. Not noise, not pity, but connection. "Thank you for this. I'm tired of pretending too. This made me cry. I've been lying online too." You don't need filters to shine. You just did. For the first time, Tamara realized, the internet might be cold, but truth still has warmth. By the time Harmattan rolled into Lagos, Tamara had changed. Not in the loud Instagram way, not with a new apartment or a rebrand. She changed quietly, the way dawn replaces night without asking permission. The boutique collaboration with Nkechi grew faster than either of them expected. They called it Street and Silk. It wasn't about luxury anymore. It was about Lagos hustle with dignity. They filmed videos in markets, at bus stops, even in rain. Tamara became the storyteller behind the camera, while Nkechi modeled thrift pieces and joked with customers. Each clip ended with the same line Tamara wrote one evening under candlelight. "Soft life no be lie, just get levels. This one be real life soft mind." People loved it, not because it looked rich, but because it looked true. One afternoon while recording, a woman in her mid-40s stopped to watch. "You be that girl way internet drag that time, Abby?" she said. Tamara smiled faintly. "Yes, ma." The woman nodded. "Good. I happy say you no hide. Make dem talk. You still fine. You still day alive." Her words landed like sunlight. It wasn't forgiveness. It was validation that surviving the noise was enough. Soon, Tamara started getting DMs again. Not from brands this time, but from people who were tired of pretending. "Sis, I used to fake vacations too. I'm done. Thank you for showing. We can start over. Can you mentor me on how to build a real brand?" Each message humbled her. The same internet that once destroyed her name was now slowly rewriting it, with honesty, not hype. One evening, while editing a vlog for Street in Silk, a familiar name popped up on her phone. Zeno. Her stomach tightened. She hadn't heard from him since the scandal. She hesitated, then answered. "Tamara." His voice was gentle, almost awkward. "It's been a minute." She laughed softly. "More like a lifetime. I saw your new stuff," he said. "Street and Silk. It's refreshing. Real. Thank you." He paused. "I judged you too quickly back then. I was just disappointed maybe, but you've grown. I respect that." Tamara smiled, not bitterly this time. "It's okay, Zeno. I lied. You had every right." "Still," he said, "I'm glad you found peace." "Me too," she whispered. The line went quiet, not heavy, just peaceful. They both knew that some people aren't meant to return, they're meant to remind you that you've healed. A few months later, Tamara was invited to speak at a small youth event in Yaba titled "The Pressure to Perform," standing on stage, wearing a simple thrifted dress and no makeup but lip gloss. She faced a hall full of students, phones in hand, filters in hearts. "Hi," she began, voice steady. "My name is Tamara Obi. I used to lie for likes." The audience laughed softly, unsure if she was joking. She wasn't. "I wanted validation more than peace. I thought looking rich was the same as being successful. But when the internet exposed me, it also freed me. I lost followers, but I found myself." She paused, letting the words sink. "If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Pretending might get you noticed, but truth will keep you sane. And peace," she smiled, "is the softest life of all." The room was silent for a moment, then applause rose, warm and genuine. That night, she walked home through Yaba's busy streets. Vendors shouted, buses honked, smoke curled up from roasted corn stands. It was chaos, but it was real. For the first time, she didn't feel like she was on the outside looking in. She was part of it. She passed a small kiosk playing Burna Boy's Different Size. A little girl sitting nearby pointed and whispered, "Mummy, nah the Instagram anti-way talk truth today." Tamara turned, smiled, and waved. The mother waved back proudly. In that simple moment, Tamara realized something the internet never taught her. That fame fades, but influence built on truth lasts. Months later, she posted again, not a campaign, not a shoot, just a reflection. Her caption read, "I lied once to look like light, but peace taught me how to be light. I don't chase aesthetics anymore, I chase authenticity. And this version of me, finally feels enough." It didn't go viral, it didn't trend, but it reached exactly who it needed to. Tamara's life didn't become perfect. The boutique wasn't always profitable. Some months were hard, but she laughed more now, slept better, and talked to her mother without shame. Sometimes she'd look at old photos of her fake Ikoyi lifestyle and whisper, "Thank you for the lesson," because even the lie had purpose. It led her back to herself. In Lagos, everyone is performing something, but the city always finds a way to expose what's real. Tamara learned that the internet never forgets, but it can forgive, and it can heal, when truth finally takes the stage. And in that truth, she found not followers, but freedom. If this story touched you, if you've ever felt that pressure to pretend, don't just scroll past. Hit that subscribe button and join this family of real ones who choose honesty over hype. Subscribe, like, and share new stories every week.